Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving is every day, every day, every day. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. I give thanks for another precious, precious day of life. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks for the breath of life. I give thanks. I give thanks for this experience. Life is good. Life is great. Life is magical. So I wanted to say a few words. Who knows? It may go a little bit longer than a few words about, because I can stay on this topic for a while. But a lot of people ask me, mothers ask me, and I'm a big, big advocate for plant-based, nature, natural, organic, raw. Return to nature. Return to nature. Back to nature. I'm a big advocate for the marijuana plant, the marijuana herb, cannabis. And I want to share a little bit of my story with you about my personal experience, my personal spiritual journey with marijuana, what we call marijuana. Cannabis is another name. Sensimilla, weed, pot, the names go on. Mary Jane. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is a few words that I'd like to say about the question that a lot of mothers ask me, because I'm a big advocate for marijuana. Is it safe to use marijuana during pregnancy? Absolutely. Absolutely. We need more mothers, more women, more goddess, divine, feminine energy coming forward with our testimony, with our experience, with, instead of hiding in the closet about topics like these, we need to talk. We need to spread the word. We need to talk about it. We need to get more information about it. We need to experience it for ourselves. We need to ask more questions and question everything. What God has put on the earth, what grows freely and naturally and organic up out of the ground, you should never question whether it is safe to consume. Now, some things are not meant for human beings to consume. Some things are poisonous. Even the ackee tree. When you first open up when the ackee opens up, ackee is the national fruit of Jamaica. It is a yellow fruit, and it has a big black seed, and on the outside it has a thick orange. When it's ready, it's orange on the outside, and it opens up and it reveals this yellow fruit with a black seed. And in order to cook it, if you do not cook it right, it can be poisonous. Those are some of the things that, with knowledge comes power. With intuition, there is power. Some things are just intuitively embedded. Most things, everything is intuitively embedded in each and every one of us. What to do, what not to do, what's right, what's not right, what's legal, what's lawful, what's godly, what's holy, and what's sacred. And I want to say this with every bit of life force energy in me. Because it's legal does not necessarily make it good, healthy, good and healthy for your human body, the temple of God, just because it's legal in their eyes doesn't make it legal for your body. And just because, and at the same time, I will say that even if it's just because it's illegal to them, doesn't mean that it's illegal to a God-given, supreme, almighty being. When you know thyself, you know what your God-given birthright is. And as a mother, it is your God-given, supreme, universal, eternal authority to choose and consume what is best for you and your child. Pay attention to the fact that a mother has all the rights to choose to bring a child into this world or to not. Even the father has no say. The mother has all the say as to whether what she will eat, what she won't eat, what she'll do while she's pregnant, and she has to be fully connected to her divine mother nature. It is your right as a mother to choose plant-based over pharmaceutical, artificial. It is your right as a mother, as God. As God. When you know yourself, you know your rights. And this is why we constantly and consistently and persistently encourage you to know thyself. Because when you know thyself, you know that all things are possible. You know what's safe. You know what's godly. You know what's righteous. Even if a piece of paper or some other man tells you that it's wrong, you know. You have the faith and you have the belief in a supreme authority that governs and rules and dictates your very breath, your very heartbeat. None of these external authorities is beating your heart right now. And that source is calling you to your divine feminine nature. Mom, goddess, mother, queen, empress. It is your responsibility to take the lead when it comes to things, to these things. We give birth to humanity. We bring forth, we manifest the desires. Our womb is the womb of imagination. It's the womb of deliverance. It's the womb of manifestation. We bring it into existence. We bring humanity into existence. We are the most important piece to this whole puzzle that we call life. Know thyself, and you shall know all the secrets to the universe. Mother Nature is calling every single mother back to the garden, back to the earth, back to the sunshine, back to the rivers, back to the trees, back to your intuition, back to telepathy, back to inner all-knowing. All-knowing, all wisdom resides within you. As within, so without. So I want to say a few words about marijuana during pregnancy. It is perfectly safe. So that whenever someone else asks me, did you use marijuana? Is it safe? It is perfectly safe. Do the research. Many years ago, your government actually made it lawful and legal and necessary, and it was actually required by law for you to grow hemp, for you to grow cannabis. Some way, somehow, down the way, we moved away from our nature. Somehow, some way down the line, we moved further and further away from the Garden of Eden. Knowing thyself, you activate a certain level of insight. Even when you read the scriptures, the holy scriptures, even when you read the holy scriptures, it tells you the secrets of the universe. You have to dissect and move through what's true and what's not so true and what's beneficial for you. Know thyself. Know that you've been given, the power has been invested in you as a mother to make the best decisions. And self-love is your best friend. Self-love is your best friend, your best navigator, your best intuitive guide is self-love. Whatever is holy, whatever is kind, whatever is nurturing, whatever is healthy for you and your child. We bring the messiahs into existence. We bring the great male leaders into existence. We usher the way. We pave the way. We are the first teachers. We are the first doctors. We are the first everything to every human being, every mother. I get so passionate about this. The more and more that I return to my God-given supreme divine nature, Mother Nature. There are visions and revelations, and there are secrets and knowledge that is revealed intuitively within me as I return to my divine, natural, organic Mother Nature. It is perfectly, supremely, eternally safe to consume a plant-based herb that grows naturally and organically out of the dirt. It's not made in a lab. It's not prescribed. It's literally growing out of the dirt. They have a saying that goes, God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. Out of the dirt, out of the dust you were formed. And for some of us, to the dust you shall return. God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. All plant life comes from this dirt. Nature, Mama Nature, put the medicine in the herbs. She put the medicine in the food and the fruit. Fruit of all kinds, seeds, herbs. She put it here for us to heal ourselves, to nourish ourselves, to heal ourselves. Marijuana is the healing. Marijuana is the best medicine that you can possibly ever consume and use while you are pregnant. During childbirth, choose plant-based, choose nature, choose the sunshine, choose the river, choose oxygen, choose Mama Earth. I just want to say a few things about it that most people would not say. We don't even think about this. We are the only beings that literally have our children in a box, in a lab, in a box, with no windows, no fresh air, no rivers, no sunshine coming in on you, no fresh air. Our feet is not planted in the dirt. Grounding, just that one little research on grounding and taking your bare feet, and I'm gonna be so visual about it. Come on, taking your bare feet and connect, take off the shoes, take off all the clothes, take off all the attachments and return to nature. Your temple is literally built from every single element. The temple of God is built not just with spirit and the essence of God. We are the best of both worlds. We are the physical manifestation of God, and we are the spirit of God moving through this realm of imagination we call planet Earth. The more and more we use these godlike characteristics, qualities, the more and more we use our godlike essence, is the more freedom, the more joy, the more love, the more abundance, the more prosperity and healing that we shall receive and experience. We are worthy and we are mothers. We are worthy. We are deserving of the best experience of childbirth. And when I tell you, it has come to me, it has come to my attention that our disconnection from nature is a result of the pain and the suffering and the C-section and the drugs and the cutting. And everything that we experience is from our disobedience, which is the same as our disconnection from our own natural nature. Take it off. Take away the chemicals. Move away from the chemicals and move. Move into nature. Sleep on the earth. Eat from the earth. Have our children on the earth. Go outside and give birth. Every other natural, organic, connected to mother, every other being, mammal, does it this way. And for me, nature is the most exemplary example of how we should and can and will live an immortal and eternal and everlasting life. The marijuana and the cannabis and the herbs and the plants are here to empower us to live a pain-free, chemical-free, death-free, dysfunctional-free life. Freedom. Nature is the perfect representation of our freedom, of our immortality, of our ascension as human, biological, and spiritual beings. We're not separate from God, Mom, Mother God. You are not separate from God. You are not separate from anything. We give birth to all human beings. That's how powerful we are. The more we learn, the more we study ourselves, the more we listen to our own divine nature, we learn to pick up on nature, to pick up on the frequency of nature. The more we study ourselves, we learn that just by taking off our clothes, just by taking off the attachments, just by taking the shoes off of your feet and connecting it to the ground, to the grass, to the dirt, can literally balance, stabilize us. The magnetic energy of the planet, the earth, literally heals our cells. It heals the body. It reduces inflammation. It balances out our system. The minute that we step our bare feet and connect just our feet, can you imagine if we connected everything else? Our minds and our hearts, our hands and our hair, our hearts, our breathing, our lungs, our eyes, our whole entire being needs to be connected, fully connected to Mama Nature. Like I said, we are the only beings that go out and step out of nature. The minute that we walked out of the Garden of Eden is the minute that we started to die. The minute that we started to suffer, the minute that we started to feel pain, the minute that we started to see dysfunction. The Bible even said it. How she would have pain, how mother would have all this pain bringing forth life because of our disconnection to our own divine feminine nature. We are the only beings that don't go outside and connect to Mother Nature while giving birth. We have been programmed. Our grandmothers, our mothers, our sisters, and our daughters bleeding out every month. Fibroids, cysts. The doctors are cutting into us like we're lab rats, and we allow it. We choose it instead of choosing nature first. God first is nature first. Nature is God. God is nature. Marijuana is God. God-given. It's there. Pain, depression, anxiety, nausea. One of the number one things our body goes through sometimes. I didn't experience it with my son. Baby, Dad, can you turn it down, please, for Mama? Turn it down. Thank you. Turn it down for Mama, please. Okay. Turn it down. Thank you, baby. It's so deep, but so simple at the same time. We'll buy drugs. We'll have the doctor cut into us. We'll listen to every other external authority instead of our own God-given divine nature. Study nature. I study nature. Nature is freedom. Nothing to buy, nothing to sell. It's already implanted in the ground, in our seeds, in our eggs, in our sperm. It's literally there. No seed, no life. Look for marijuana with seeds, with life, with the ability to reproduce life. Look for marijuana and cannabis with seeds. Now, it might be a little rare. It might be going a little extinct, but I'm here to bring it back. I collect the seeds. I plant the seeds. I grow the seeds. I cherish the seeds. I nurture the seeds. The seeds are like silver and gold to me. This is how I know that I'm a guardian of this planet, of the galaxy. I am a guardian of this planet. I am here to oversee and to nourish and to nurture and to bring to balance and to make the earth beautiful and green and luscious and fruitful again. Mothers are responsible for humanity's evolution and ascension because we give birth. We deliver all men. Can you hear me? We are the deliverer of all mankind. All man and his kind come from the womb of creation. Respect her. Respect Mother Nature. And the minute that we start to get closer, we start to understand and understand that it is us and it is us and we are it. There is no separating from it. When you go into a hospital, it separates you from the love, from the balance of the magnitude of the abundance and the prosperity. It separates you from the sunshine. The Son of God is in the sunlight. We need it during childbirth. What could convince us that we don't need to be out there with Mother Nature? Every other wild, organic, natural being is out there in the dirt, laying in the dirt, sleeping in the dirt, eating from the earth. Yet we choose to go into a box with that closes us off. Concrete boxes. No sunlight. No fresh air. You're literally breathing in the air of other toxic, sick people. Having a child is natural. It's beneficial. It's abundance in its finest form. It's prosperity in its finest expression. We are not sick. We are literally anointed and chosen to bring forth life, which is riches. There's nothing more valuable than a mother with a womb. You can give a man a car, a house. You can give him all these things. But the minute that you give a man a child is where true legacy and empires are built. And for mothers, we are the best of the best of the best. We are the teachers. We are the nurturers. We are the providers. We are the first providers of life and life everlasting, with an immortal mind that mother shall return to, with an eternal mind, with an everlasting mind. We bestow and we transfer our DNA, our mind. We transfer that into every life form. Comes from mother. In Jamaica, we say mother. Mama Earth. We've been so, I get it. And most of these laws are written by men who have never given birth and will and completely disconnected the way that men can connect to the mind of a woman, a womb. A woman is a womb. The best way for a man to connect to that entire experience is by connecting to earth. When a man is connected to nature, he is connected to the womb. He understands the emotions. He understands the process of delivering mankind. The true Messiah is mother. The true deliverer is mother. Before him was her. In this life of duality, in this world of duality, we are gods. Therefore, we can create new beings. Let us create man in our own image, we said. Mother, we said, let us create man in our image. Let us unite with them. Let us connect with man and bring forth heaven on earth. Every child that comes through your womb either represents hell on earth or heaven on earth, which is the dominant, habitual, and consistent mindset of the mother that gave birth to that soul. Whatever frequency you're on when you come in here, you come in on the same frequency as your mother. And then you evolve to become the mother. We are the way. We are the truth. We are the light. Without us, nothing exists. We bring physical manifestation to this earth plane. And the first and most powerful and most supreme representation of the holy presence of God is through the womb. Through the womb. She doesn't bring you new cars. She doesn't bring you new houses. She brings life through her womb. Every mother, every womb should be respected. Hail Mary. There's an imbalance. There's an imbalance somewhere where we think that only man is God. There's an imbalance in our programming to think that only man is God. How can you give birth to the Messiah, Jesus the Christ, Gandhi, Buddha? All the great leaders, all the great gurus have come through between the legs of a goddess. No man can fool me because I am aware and I am awake. How on earth is only the man God? Every image that we've seen and programmed to see is an image of a man. Where are the images of the womb? The womb of creation. If you want to put the picture up of God, then maybe you should put up the picture of a vagina. Worship that. You came out of that. You came straight out of a vagina. You came straight out of a portal. That is the portal. You've ever watched Star Wars, Star Trek, all of that? That's the vagina, the womb, the portal, which every soul comes through to be manifested into human form. How do we manifest God into human form? You catch a womb. Turn all the stories around. All the stories of Adam and Eve around. Just turn it around. And until you do right by her, nothing we do will ever be righteous. Let me say that again. Until you do right by that womb, until you do right by her, until she is restored to her rightful place on the throne of God, as is he. It's a team effort. It's a team effort. The minute that you exclude her from the laws and the rules and all the rules and all the laws that's being made, the minute that you exclude her and you take that away from her, everything will go off balance. She'll go crazy and she'll make you crazy. The minute that you take her out of nature, the minute that you pull her out of the garden, which is her domain, it is her queendom. That Garden of Eden, that Garden of Eve is her dominion. It is her domain. It is where she rules as queen of all humankind. And now we bring heaven to earth. Let us unite as sisters. Let us unite as wombs. Let us come together. The more and more we connect with nature, the more and more we'll connect to each other. Self-love is our best friend. It is perfectly safe to use a God-given, holy, sacred, and I call it the plant of immortality. Why? As mothers, our biggest concern is life and immortality of the human biological soul and body. The temple of God is what we bring to humanity. When mom is awake, when mom is awakened to her true divine self, all will be restored to order. The order has been, it's been out of order. Jamaicans say, "Otaada." It's out of order. It's out of order. Mothers, you are God to every child that comes out of you. Mother, mama nature, you are God to every child that you deliver into this physical manifestation. You have a heavy responsibility. You have a heavenly responsibility to bless every fruit that comes from your womb. You have a responsibility to love yourself like you never loved yourself before, because the love that you give to yourself is the same love that you give to every other self that comes through your womb. The portal, the star portal of all creation. It is said that God loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten son. And it is also said that for the goddess loved the world so much, for Mary loved the world so much, for Mary loved the world so much that she gave her only begotten womb to deliver all humankind to perfection, holiness, abundance, prosperity, joy. We are the masses, ladies. Ladies, not gentlemen. We are the masses. When you refer to the masses, when you refer to mankind, we are the masses of mankind. We bring forth life to this earth plane of imagination. So to ask yourself whether it's safe or not based upon what another man is thinking and what another man has laid down as law, God's law is a different law. God's law overrides man-made, mystic, mortal law. God's law is eternal. God's law is healthy. Let's do a little bit of research, shall we? A little bit of common sense will say that of all the research that has been done on all the herbs and all the medicine and all the pills and prescriptions, the facts are, because you can bring your scientific facts and you can bring spiritual facts. Zero death. Zero deaths. When's the last time you heard of somebody dying from marijuana? Somebody dying from cannabis? And what are the side effects of consuming this God-given plant? Happiness, laughter. You sleep good, you eat good, you're in a good mood, you feel better almost instantly. It cures, and I say cures. It allows the mind. Here's what the THC does. Big propaganda upon the THC. They must not be separate. That's like separating man from God. When you separate THC from CBD, it's separating the male from the female, the conscious from the subconscious. You only bring in a little bit of 10% in there. You must not separate the THC from the CBD. It is a God-given marriage. It is matrimony that's been God-given. The THC and the CBD must be together, must never be separate. They work in harmony to restore balance, to restore health, to restore wealth, to restore abundance, and supreme life. Zero deaths. The numbers for alcohol, the numbers for prescription drugs, the numbers for any other drug, any other thing that they'll give to you when you're pregnant. Nature is the best and the only medicine you should consume while pregnant, during pregnancy and after pregnancy, and forevermore, to keep your cells immune. It is the plant of immunity. It's the plant of immortality. Why? Because it's a zero death toll. Zero death toll on cannabis consumers and marijuana consumers. Just by smoking it, which is so blasphemous to some people, just by smoking it can literally heal your asthma, can literally heal certain respiratory illnesses. It must be done with moderation. It must be consumed responsibly, just like any other legal drug. And let me tell you right now, marijuana is legal. It is a God-given herb plant, and it is meant to be consumed by mothers in particular. Happy wife, happy life, happy mother, happy baby. Not only is it healing, is it helping to restore the balance and the alkalinity in your human body. It also does the same thing for your mental mind. Mental health is wealth. The THC is what works on your mental health. For you to separate the mental from the physical is blasphemy. Don't focus on the loud and then you forget about the mid. You focus on the loud that you forget about the organic, seeded plants. You so hyped up on the no seeds. Let's remove the seeds. Let's remove the CBD. Let's remove what God has put together. What God has put together, let no man set apart. Grow your own. There's no excuses. Come at me with an excuse. Well, it did this, it did that for me. It's not the marijuana. The marijuana is showing you aspects that needs to be healed. Some people say it makes them paranoid because you're naturally paranoid. Whatever your fears, your doubts, and your insecurities are, let me tell you, marijuana will call it out. It will call it out for you to heal. It gives your mind a break, let's say. It's like instant meditation. It slows everything down so that you can get into your thoughts and you can get into your mind. And you can see the negative programming that's running on automatic. You could sift through those thoughts and you can push positive vibes only between each thought. The world will tell you life is short, and your positive mental attitude will tell you life is long, eternal, abundant, prosperous, and everlasting. Hallelujah. I give thanks. Marijuana will reveal itself to you, reveal yourself to you. It will reveal the devil in you, or it will reveal the heaven in you. Balance. Restore balance to the temple of God. Green, alkaline, plant-based, safe, completely safe to consume during pregnancy, childbirth, and forevermore. I even give it to my child instead of the toxic, harmful penicillin that was prescribed to her at birth. My intuitive nature said no. My God said no. I questioned it. I questioned the laws. I questioned the system. I questioned the people that came to interview me as to why I would refuse to stick a needle into my baby's arm and push all kinds of drugs and all kinds of diseases and all kinds of man-made, artificial, harmful, full of side effects prescriptions. I choose nature. I choose nature over a lab. I choose the sunshine, rivers, and trees over a box with air conditioning, a lab table, and metal supplies to cut, prod, and probe into me. I am God. What God has put here on earth for us to consume is safer than any artificial, inorganic, made in a lab source. My source is natural. My source is organic. My source saves me. Nature heals me. When I walk into nature, I experience healing like no other. Mothers, you are called to nature. Mothers, nature is calling you. The men will do what the wombs lead. The men will do what the wombs lead. Get out of the box. Get out of the box. Connect yourself with the everlasting, abundant, prosperous source of Mother Nature. Follow the green. Follow the green brick road to everlasting light. It's a narrow road very few people take because it comes with responsibility for every thought, every word, every action you take, every word you speak, every thought you think. You are responsible for the thoughts. You are responsible for the words. You are responsible for everything that you consume mentally and spiritually. Because what you feed yourself, you're feeding your child. You're feeding your children. You're feeding humanity. Your milk is superior to cow's milk. Your milk is superior. It is organic. It is literally God in your breast. It is the golden milk of everlasting life that comes from your breast. No animal in nature complains of not being able to produce the milk. They have no other choice. See it that way. You have no other choice but the righteous choice. You have no other choice but God's choice. There is no substitute for breast milk. There is no substitute for mother. There is no substitute for you. There are no breast pumps in nature. There are no hospital beds in nature. The ground, the earth is your bed. And it literally pushes energy into a mother's body. Have you ever considered, go outside and have my child? Go outside. Pitch a tent if you have to. Let the sun, let the four elements be your doctor, nurse, nutritionist. You need oxygen. You need fresh oxygen to give birth. You need sunshine to give birth. The sunlight is literally charging up your body to push that baby through that portal. The sunshine, the fresh air, planting your feet in the dirt. Sleep on the earth. Eat from the earth. Give birth on the earth. No one has ever told you this or encouraged you to do this. Home is where the health and the harmony and heaven on earth lives. Have your baby at home. You conceive your baby at home. You conceive your baby at home, in the private secret home with you and your holy partner in sacred matrimony. You conceive this being. It is the same way you should give birth to this being. You and your mate, you and your partner, you and your sister wives, you and your mother that gave birth to you. She experienced it. She knows what it feels like. She knows what you can do. Surround yourself with a sister circle. Hold hands. Get into the river. Get into the river and have your baby. Get into the ground and have your baby. When did we become so disgusted, so disconnected? When did we become so disgusted with Mama Nature that going out in nature and laying on the ground and having our children is so disgusting and abnormal and dysfunctional to you when every other life form does it freely? The key word is freedom. The key word is God. What did God intend for us to live? How did nature intend for us to give birth to our children? She gave us the plants. She gave us the oxygen. She gave us the rivers. She gave us earth. All four elements must be present and alive and well and abundant while giving birth. We will suffer and we will be in pain and we will be cut up and we will be seen as lab rats. We will be practiced on by the practitioners until we completely conform and completely submit to our higher self. Submit to Mother Nature. We talk about submitting to the conscious mind, submitting to the male God, submitting to men. But have you considered that our only obligation and responsibility as men and women is to submit to our God nature, our immortal nature, our everlasting nature, our Mother Nature. Our mother is Mother Nature. Our true mother is Mother Nature. She's our true provider. She's our true nurturer. She is our true Messiah. She is our true deliverer. Have you ever heard of the earth disappearing, disintegrating? Have you ever in history, in the books, ever heard of Mother Nature dying? Have you ever heard of the earth totally being destroyed? I know it's been talked about, but it's never, ever happened. It's never been seen, never been experienced. It is impossible for our imagination to die. It is impossible for planet Earth to die. It is impossible for nature. Mother Earth will outlive you if you don't connect to Mother Earth. You will live as long as this planet has lived if you connect to the planet and the earth and the trees and the insects and the animals. Follow Christ's consciousness. The entire planet is your home. The entire planet is your house. There is no being that is homeless. Mother Nature takes care of itself. Mother Nature takes care of its kind. When we connect to the source of all abundance is Mother Nature. So in response to all the questions about marijuana during pregnancy, it is safe, it is natural, it is lawful, and it is righteous to return to a plant-based source for medicine, for healing, for relief of nausea, for relief of postpartum depression, for relief from all the pain, from all the cramps, from all of the energy that you have to give to bring a life into this world. Mother Nature provides. Nature provides. Nature provides. God provides. It is here for us. It is here for us. Eat the sun. Eat the sunlight. It represents the Son of God and everlasting immortal life. As a mother, we need to return. For our children to become everlasting and immortal, we must make up our minds to the mind of God, for that is what we are, and that is what we shall return to. It is the return of the divine feminine. Common sense tells us to return. God tells us to return. Pray for insight. Pray for intuition. Pray for your psychic abilities to return. Pray for your telepathic abilities to return. We are the return of the Christ in human flesh. We give birth to the messiahs, to the lords, to the gods, to the gurus, to the greats. For we are. I am. Hallelujah. I give thanks. I give thanks for the royal restoration, replenishing, and restoration of this planet. Through us, all things are possible. Through every womb, all things are possible. The real gold and the real silver are the mothers of this planet. The real gold, the real money. No amount of physical funds can replace the love of a mother and what she has given. When you become a mother, you are restored to that vision. You are not here to sacrifice any more life. You are not here to get on that cross and sacrifice your life for another life anymore, mother. We are here to restore balance. We are here to give life. We are here to restore immortality to every unborn child. The abilities we have are infinite. There is no age limit to our reproduction. There is no limit to what our wombs can do. There is no limit to the life that we can bring forth. The only limit is the limits of your mind and what you've been programmed to believe about your body, about yourself, about your womb. Bleeding out every month is completely unnatural. Heaven on earth is not bleeding out every single month. We consume blood, we shall bleed. It is the law. You consume blood, you will bleed. There is a consequence for everything we put this temple of God through. We disconnect from nature. We disconnect from the fresh air, the oxygen, the sunshine, the trees, the fruit, the herbs. We disconnect ourselves from the herbs. We disconnect ourselves from the dirt. We think it's disgusting to literally drink breast milk. When did we become disgusted with our own sacred selves? We'd rather drink milk from a cow than from a woman, a divine feminine woman. Bottle it up, put it in the refrigerator and sell it in the grocery store And very few would have the consciousness to buy it and drink it. We think that the cows are more precious and more nurturing and more than our own milk. That's the view we have of ourselves, the view that we've been given of ourselves. Cow's milk is for cows. Our biologic makeup is God in human form. If we are to consume any form, it should be human. As within, so without. We've seen the results of our disobedience. We've seen the results of our departure from the garden. Every pregnant womb should be in the garden, barefoot, picking herbs, picking fruit from the trees, growing and planting. Our little babies need to hear the rivers from our womb. Our belly needs sunshine in the womb. We need to walk the ground with our bare feet to connect our literal temple to the temple of Mother Earth. That's how we connect. We remove ourselves from the artificial. We remove ourselves from the artificial, from the inorganic, from the fake, from the unnatural. And we learn to grow like the gods we're truly meant to be. Love causes us to move. Leave the concrete jungle and return to the green jungle of God, Goddess. We are the gods. Stand up, raise up, vibrate higher. Positive thoughts only, positive vibes only, positive energy only. The electromagnetic waves of the energy of this earth is far superior than a hospital bed. Hear me! The bed of planet Earth is far superior, healing and nourishing and energizing and supportive of your childbirth than that hospital bed. The hospital is for sick people. We are well, we are healed, we are natural womb. We are the gods of this universe, and so shall it be. Raise up, stand up, be the God that we were destined to be. Home is where your home birth should be. Home is planet Earth. Where else would you want to experience heaven on earth? Let me tell you what it's like to live in heaven on earth. We give birth to children in love, with ease, in relaxation. We give birth with ease. No pain, no tears, no cutting, no chemicals, no needles, no vaccines. We literally submit to Mother Earth, lay ourselves down, squat in the dirt, lay on Mother Earth, talk to Mother Earth, breathe with Mother Earth, talk to Mother Earth, put your hands in the dirt while you give birth, put your feet in the dirt while you give birth, breathe as you give birth, call forth the energy, call forth all four elements as you give birth. You are the superhuman. You are a superhuman being. Call forth all the forces of planet Earth into you as you give birth. Eat the plants. Drink the water. Drink from the fountain of youth. Let the sun beat your every cell into submission. Breathe in the breath of life as you give birth. Lay on the ground of God. Take off all your clothes. Take off all the attachments and grow with God. Plant with God. Return to the garden, God. Goddess, it is our time. It is our time to step up to the plate. It is our time to lead. We have been ordained to do so. We have been given and the power invested in us is the power to bring forth new life, new energy. We are here to make man in a new image, an immortal image, an eternal image, an everlasting image. But you must see yourself as such first. You must enter into the glory of God first. You must have the mind of God to give birth. Children of God. That's what it means to be a child of God. Your mother is the first representation of God. She is to be praised. She is to be worshipped. Respect who she is and the womb that gave birth to you. It goes deeper than what we see as flesh with male, female, vagina, penis, sperm, and eggs. It goes deeper. There's a spiritual correlation to male, female, and all the things that we can touch, taste, feel, and smell. It has a spiritual equivalent. And until we connect the spiritual equivalent of the womb of God with the spirit in us, there is no failure. With God, all things are possible. Remove yourself from the hospital and return to the throne of God. There is no place there for you. You're not sick. You are the holiest of the holiest when you are with child, giving birth to a child. You are the royal God of the universe. The hospital is for sick people. The hospital is for dead people. Let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead give birth to the dead. You give birth to life. Follow the green road that leads to everlasting life. Follow the fresh air. Follow the earth. Follow the trees. Follow the trees. Follow the herbs. Your days will be lengthier than the tallest tree alive. Your days will be the length of days of this planet's existence, forevermore and eternal. This planet ain't going nowhere. We are here to protect our children from the programming of mortal man. Today, here, now. Choose which God you will serve. The God of the birds and the bees. The God of the herbs and the trees. The God of your heartbeat. Or you will choose to serve mortal, temporary, sick, dis-ease, pain. Choose well this day who you will serve. Return to Mother Nature. Mother Nature, we are perfect biological human beings, and we are perfectly designed to consume the fruitage of this planet, the herbs of this planet. My shirt says, you can't see it, but my shirt says plant pusher. I'm a plant pusher. We can heal ourselves. The first doctor is your mother. Get into the kitchen, God. Get into the herbs, God. Grow your own herbs, God. You're here to heal your children. First, we heal ourselves with the herbs. We grow the herbs. We develop an intuitive connection with the hands of our own healing. We grow the herbs. We till the soil. We bury the seeds. We water the seeds. We plant the seeds. We give the seeds sunshine, water, earth. Come on now. It doesn't take much to realize that we have to return. Go to the garden. The minute that you find out that you're pregnant, start growing a garden. Take off your shoes. Take off your gloves and get into the soil. Taste the soil. Taste the soil. Become connected with it. It's alive. It's alive. It has secrets and messages for you. Start to eat from the dirt. Start to eat the dirt. I used to eat the dirt as a child, and it was so nutritious. It tastes so good To this very day, I'll go up to a tree and I'll take a little piece of bark from the tree and eat it. Most human beings will be like, what the hell is she doing? I hug trees. The secrets of the trees are revealed to me when I eat from the tree of life. Instead of eating from the table of death, from the lab of death, instead of eating from the plate of death, go eat from the soil of life. The tree of life never dies. The fruits are here for us. The sunshine is here for us. The fresh air is abundant. Prosperity is in the soil. I don't know how else to say this to you. We keep looking for it in the bank, in the government. We keep looking for it in our politicians and our pastors, and it's right there in us. When you look at the green, when you see the streams and the green that's moving through your veins, it's green. When you look at your skin, you are fully made from the dirt. This body is the dirt. It's the sunlight, it's the dirt, it's the fresh air. It is the earth, literally. Your body is the earth, literally. Your body is nature. When you cut your hair, you're cutting down trees. When you take that chemical and you put it on your legs and you put it on your skin, you are literally eating it. Your body don't like it. The earth don't like it. It's harmful. I give thanks. God is good. God is great. God is wonderful. God is wonderfully made. God is perfect. God is love. I am that. I am. I am deserving of the best experience of life. I am deserving of a pain-free childbirth. If I listen, if I'm obedient, if I follow righteousness, long are the days of my life. The days of my life are like the children that I give birth to. It's never ending. It's infinite. If we can imagine a state of what heaven would be like here on earth, instead of imagining what your news tells you, instead of imagining what the books are telling you, instead of imagining what your politicians and your preachers are regurgitating to you, ladies, queens, goddesses, empresses, it's time for us to teach the ways of the divine feminine. It's time to step up to the plate and teach the ways of the divine feminine. It's time. It's time to teach the men how to live in balance with nature as we do it ourselves. Have an amazing, magical, magnificent, magnificent day. You can have, do, or be anything, goddess. You can give birth to perfect, biological, immortal children, goddess. Return to the throne of God. You are more than flesh. You are more than bones. This is the best of both worlds. It is where the spirit unites with the physical, and we have light work to do. Have an amazing day. Give thanks for every breath that you breathe. Give thanks for the sunshine, rivers, and trees. Give thanks to your womb every single day. It is the wealthiest real estate to ever exist is your womb. Never let them take it out of you. Never let them cut into you and take your womb, your ovaries. Never. Heal your fibroids. Heal your cysts. Heal your tumors. Reverse the aging process. Do the opposite of what you've been programmed to do. Eat the opposite of what you've been programmed to eat. They say don't go to the plant-based herbs. Go for it. Pay attention to the road that leads to death and pay attention to the road that leads to life. If it ends in death, reverse it and do the opposite. Create a different life for yourself. If the masses are going that way, if the masses are eating that, if the masses are watching that, if the masses are believing that, and it takes them to the results of death, which is an illusion because you never die. It's the experience of death, which is a lie. The devil is a lie. The truth will literally come up out of your bones. The truth will literally start to speak through you. I shall live and I shall not die. My legacy is everlasting life. You must speak it into your existence. You must believe it. You must have the faith to believe that there is something greater, better, worthy, deserving, magnificent, exquisite, luxurious. You are worthy of a supreme experience of life. You are not meant to work, get sick, age, and die. You are here to do the opposite. You are here to experience heaven on earth. That old 3D past, old negative thinking must pass away, must be released. These thoughts must be released and replaced within you. You must talk a new talk, walk a new walk, renew your mind for everlasting life, everlasting love, everlasting abundance, everlasting peace. That is heaven on earth. That is your experience. And you never have to lie. You never have to die. You never have to cheat. You never have to steal. You never have to destroy to inherit the kingdom of heaven here on earth. Do you hear me? Can you conceive of what I'm saying to you? Can you go into your imagination and conceive thoughts of heaven? Can you believe them? Can you believe in your higher self? Can you become your higher self right here, right now, here on earth? Can you think a higher, an abundant existence for yourself? Can you conceive a higher concept of your body, a higher concept of your mind, a higher concept of your existence? Can you conceive it? Can you believe it? Can you give birth to it, goddess? Hate will not exist forever. Love will always win. Let love overtake your life, man. Let love overtake your life. The marijuana plant is here to love on you, to heal on you, to nourish you, to bring your body to an alkaline state. The side effects are joy, happiness. Your appetite will be restored. The side effects of cannabis therapy is far superior to chemotherapy. Chemotherapy destroys the temple of God. If you love yourself, you will choose a safer, natural, plant-based, God-given source of medicine, meditation, healing. It's all here for us if we would only be obedient and if you only listen to your higher self. Common sense says yes. Let me move out of the box and expand my state of consciousness. Think outside of the box and you will experience a heavenly existence. Have an amazing day. I send more love your way. I send more peace your way. I speak healing into every single cell. I speak wellness, abundance, abundance. Your cells are prosperous. Your body is prosperous. I speak perfection into your existence. Can you muster up the strength, and can you dare to speak a healthy, wealthy, immortal, everlasting body into existence? We want the cars, we want the houses, we want the Louis Vuittons, the Versace, we want the mansion, we want all of that. But do you want an immortal body to experience and enjoy these things? How about you manifest an immortal, eternal body, perfect body, so that you can enjoy your perfect existence, your abundance of money, your mansion, your Louis Vuitton shoes, your jewelry? Of what importance is it without a body to experience all of these things? At the top of your list of manifestations, no one else has ever told you this, at the top of your list of manifestations, put a perfect, immortal, everlasting God body. Manifest that, and all things shall be added unto you. That's why it says, seek the kingdom. Seek the kingdom of God in you first. Seek immortality. Seek everlasting life. Seek perfection. Seek love. Seek regeneration of every single cell in your body first. And all things shall be added unto you. Seek the consciousness of God first. I am. And all these other things shall be added to you easily and effortlessly. You are a magnificent creator. And of all the creations that you've created, and of all the manifestations that you've manifested up to this day, if you're watching me, is life. Life is your greatest and your biggest and most magnificent manifestation. It's not the shoes, it's not the cars, it's not the paper money. Until we value life and respect life more than we respect things and stuff and temporary things, when we start to respect life on the level that you put down that gun that you would take to kill your brother or your sister, I don't care what they come to do to you, with the consciousness of God, you can literally dodge that bullet. Just like the Matrix. With the consciousness of God, harmony, balance, unconditional love, forgiveness, and gratitude. You might think your problem is money. Your problem is not money. Your problem is gratitude and being grateful for everything you already have now. What's the number one thing that you have right now that is the richest and most abundant and prosperous thing that you have now? You. You are the richest thing that you have right now. The most richest manifestation, the greatest manifestation is your physical temple of God, life. When you get that, everything else is a joyful after effect of your respect and your honor and your excitement for life. Nothing else matters. God, goddess, queen, empress, wife, mother, sister, daughter. All of us have wombs, and it is to be protected. It is to be respected as the sacredness it is. It is the sacred temple of God. You don't just give it to anybody. You don't just sleep with anybody. You only sleep with God, righteousness, holiness. Choose very carefully who you choose to manifest through your portal. We don't need more of the same. We need more of the best. We need more of the best. We need more of the greats. We need more of the magnificence. We need more gods manifested. We are no longer human beings. We are God beings. And until you see yourself as such, and you honor, respect every other life form as such, it'll be hell on earth. But you have the power within you to manifest heaven on earth. How great, how grand, and how magnificent are you. You may not have known this until now, but today is the day that you really know who you really are. Your pastors are not going to tell you. Your government is not going to tell you. You have to listen to the quiet, silent voice within you. You are worthy, God. You are deserving, God, of a heavenly, everlasting, abundant, prosperous, loving, kind, and peaceful experience of this life in this body. You can do amazing things with your mind. You can manipulate amazing things with your body, with your mind. Become the mystic and the magic of your life. Learn and practice positive thinking over your life. Practice positive, healthy, prosperous, abundant thinking about everything in your life, your body, your finances, your children, your health, your wealth, everything that has something to do with you, and that's everything. Bless it, congratulate it, appreciate it. Your problem is not money. Your only problem is seeing the money outside of you. Your only issue, your only concern and responsibility is to finally see the money in you. The abundance in you. The prosperity in you. It is you. It starts with you. And how you choose to think about life, about your body, about everything. Bless your government. Most importantly, forgive your government. Next video, definitely need to talk about this. Forgive your oppressors. It's the only way to experience heaven on earth. Forgive your parents. Forgive your government, for they know not what they do. Forgive your parents, for they know not what they did to you. They weren't in that conscious, Christ-conscious state of mind. Forgive your oppressors. Forgive your slave masters. The next time I hear somebody talk about slave and reparations and my skin color without forgiveness, we need to talk about forgiveness. Forgiveness, let me tell you how powerful forgiveness is. It's literally letting go of all the things that you've learned, all the things that you've believed, all the things that you said, all the things that your parents and the entire masses of people choose to think about any particular topic on this planet. It affects you. Your only job is to forgive, and until you've done so successfully, there will be no change. Be the change. Be the consciousness. Be the love that you wish to see in this world. I spend a lot of time with myself, for myself, getting to know myself. Before I even get around people is work I have to do with self to purge and cleanse and detox my mind from old paradigms, old realities that I choose to not live in anymore. I don't support those thoughts. I don't support those laws. I don't support those scriptures. I don't support those prayers. I support thoughts, visions. I use my magic, which is my imagination. Your magic is your ability to think greater thoughts. Despite what anybody else is doing, your only responsibility, and you become the Messiah of your own life when you choose to elevate and renew your mind, elevate your mind, think greater thoughts, think higher thoughts, choose a higher concept of yourself. For you to do greater things, as the Christ said, you must develop a greater consciousness about yourself and the things that you can do. Even Jesus the Christ, it said over and over again, even the least among you, even the least, even that little child, even that person that has no millions in the bank account, even that person you see walking the street with no shoes on, even the least among you shall do greater things. Healing the sick, walking on water, raising the dead. These are the things that you are able to do, and much, much, much more. When you open your mind to infinite possibilities, when you open your mind to God consciousness, all things are possible. Forgive your oppressors. Forgive your slave masters. They're you in disguise to bring out forgiveness in you. For until you forgive, you shall not be forgiven. Until you developed the spiritual tenacity to forgive the greatest sin, you will not enter the gates of heaven. Until you become a child again, where you can forgive easily and frequently, you let it go. Until you can see with the eyes of forgiveness and see the redemption. Until you redeem your oppressors. Until you redeem your parents. You are the Messiah of your life. Until you redeem everything and forgive, you will not enter the gates of heaven on earth, in this body, in a new, updated, a newly regenerated, a new and transformed body. And you never have to leave to transform this body. I don't know who told you that lie, the devil. You do not have to leave this body to transform this body. Are you in the same body that you were in at 1 year old? At birth, you had a different body. At 2 years old, you had a different body. And stop saying years old. Something that I have to say too. You're not getting older. You're getting wiser. You're getting better and better every day. Your body is growing every day. Your body is getting better and better every day. Your body is healing every day. Your body is regenerating cells every day. Your body is healing every day. Your body is getting younger and younger every day. Your body has the capabilities to do everything that you say and believe and think consistently. With faith, all things are possible. You don't have to see it to believe it. These are the mechanics of the mind that you must master in order for you to live and experience a heavenly existence. Life is a school, man. There are levels. Graduate the death cycle. Graduate the disease cycle. Graduate this and move to the next level of your existence as God physical God in man, here and now. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing day. Mothers, we are the new leaders of a new world of prosperity, abundance, and supernatural abilities and infinite possibilities. It starts with us. We are the first teachers in the womb. We are the first nurturers. We are the first providers. The way we see ourselves needs to be reprogrammed, renewed for immortality and everlasting life. Everlasting mothers give birth to everlasting children. I am the first. I am Earth's first immortals. It's few of us now. We are expanding and we're growing in consciousness. No one will be left behind. Earth's first immortals. Life is good. Life is great. Give thanks for every breath that you take. Life is good. Life is great. Give thanks for every precious breath you take. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for your attention. It means the world to me. Have an amazing day. Push positive thoughts. Think positive thoughts. Practice positive thoughts. There is so much power in positive thinking. Have an amazing day. Amen and hallelujah. I love myself.